What's going on, guys? On to our seventh episode now of the Transfer Talk video, and to Leicester at the King Power Stadium. Uh, Leicester a funny one for me. They go on some awful runs, and then they come out with some shock results. Like, I did not expect them to go and beat Tottenham in the FA Cup. I really didn't. But I look at the side and it's not bad. I really do like Wes Morgan. He's a real leader, and a good centre back. He can make the odd mistake, as everyone can, but I really do like this boy. Danny Simpson as well, who's an absolutely fantastic signing. I wasn't even aware that you had got him. I think it was the start of the season. He's a real good signing. I remember him at Newcastle being a very good player. And you got the Premier League experience with Konchesky in there, and obviously Cambiasu, who's a massive signing. I didn't expect him to play as much as he has done. This age and things like that, but he's almost been in week out, and he just adds that little bit of quality to Leicester, I think. In that centre midfield, he ain't gonna run miles and miles, but you have that youthful exuberance of other players. Drinkwater, I think his first season in the Premier League, and he's been at Leicester for a long time. He deserves his chance. Joa, who was your record-breaking signing, so you signed Cramrich for nearly £10 million already in this window. But Joa's been very good. He's showed he can score goals at the highest level. Nugent, too, was a bit of a scapegoat for me, particularly when he played for England and things like that. But he's actually done very well. Not got too many goals this season, but he's done alright. He's quicker than I thought he was, genuinely, and he looks like he's found a home at Leicester where he can just play with a bit more freedom. Mahrez, who I've been very impressed with, he's very skillful. He's keeping Michael Brighton out the side, who I really do rate. So yeah, here's another one, and Schlupp, who's got bags and bags of pace. The other one was your keeper. Heyman's come in after Schmeichel's got injured, and then you just bought Swartz already in this window, which isn't not a bad signing at all. I really rate him. Mark Schwartz, how many years he's got left in him, I'm not too sure. But yeah, you've already been busy in the window. You got players like Matt Upson's come back, who I don't even think he's played this season through injury. King's not bad. You've got Powell, who I really rate. He can get goals from midfield. Could him Cambiasso play together? I know Leicester like to go two up top. So whether he'd fit in, maybe even playing off Ujoa or Cramrich, who I don't know an awful lot about. Cramrich, he's not off either, so I can't put him in the squad. But 28 goals in 31 games, I think, from his past club. So not bad at all. Yeah, I mentioned Michael Brighton earlier. I really do like this boy. He's tricky, he can cross. When he's up for it, though, maybe the consistency isn't always there with him. And also Chrissy Wood, I know he was at Albion, who I really like as well. I know he got a few goals in the Championship for you last season. So yeah, he's another one that can come in and do a job. You've got a lot of strikers. I haven't even mentioned Vardy yet, and his work rate is unbelievable. I really do like this boy. He's come from non-league, and he's scored goals. To be fair, he's scored a few goals at the highest level, and it's fantastic to see that he can do it. And it's almost a fairy tale for him. Leicester's obviously main objective is to stay in the Premier League. Whether the team's got enough quality, I'm not so sure. You've definitely got the experience down the spine of the team. Particularly with players like Schwartz coming in. Upson, when and if he's back, I'm not too sure when that is, but if he can get him back into the team with Morgan, and then you got Cambiasso, Konchesky's been around for a while, even Nugent's got Premier League experience, Simpson as well, who's not the oldest, but he's played a few games for Newcastle. They could stay up. I'm not too sure whether they will. I've got to admit, I just think they're too inconsistent. Is Nigel Pearson a good enough manager to keep them up as well? I'm not so sure. If I was looking at one place to perhaps strengthen, it might be that central midfield. I think Cambiasso has done fantastically well for you, but you've got to be looking probably in the Championship due to funds. I mean, you've already spent and made some good signings already in this. So I was looking at perhaps Tete from Norwich. I thought was one. He's big and physical. He could really come and do a good job in my opinion. Tete. I don't know if he's a CDM. Yeah, there he is. But he's physical, and him that's Cambiasso, with Tete's flair as well. I remember the goal. I think it was last season. He got absolute scream. I'm not quite sure who it was against. He's reasonable to get as well, I think, for Leicester. The attraction in the Premier League for him will be massive. And if you dropped him in there with Cambiasso, I really do think that would work. I genuinely do. And then if I can just, I know Pearson likes playing with two up front, but if I just drop it into a 4-2-3-1 with those two holding, and then if you played Nick Powell off Ulloa, I think that would really work, and then you've got all this strike force to come on off the bench. You've got Drinkwater as well, who probably would be unlucky to be dropped. But for me, that looks a lot more of a solid team, even just dropping around like that. I know sometimes we've had problems defensively. I think that would sort that out going forward. If you gave Schlupp and Mahrez a little bit more freedom, along with Nick Powell, just to go and just play, maybe that would liven up as well. But obviously, what do I know? Nigel Pearson, he was getting a lot of stick. I thought he was going to go at one point. I think it was after the Liverpool game. They lost at home. What do you Leicester fans think? Who should you sign firstly? Are you happy with Pearson? Do you think he will stay up? Genuinely, let me know in the comments, and I will be sure to get back to each and every one of you. It is, I believe, Liverpool next. So yeah, I'll see you on that one. I thank you again all for watching. Please drop it a like, share, subscribe. Do I have to?